What's up, everybody? I'm Jacob Rodriguez. I'm 30 years old, and these pictures, I believe, kind of represent me. Starting with my ancestry DNA, obviously you can see I'm predominantly from the indigenous Americas. I think this was pretty cool because you get a good sense of your background and maybe why you do things that you do, or your parents did things that they did and taught you and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was born in California, but I grew up in Floresville, Texas, which is about 45, maybe 50 miles south of where UTSA main campus is at. So a small town in South Texas. Um, I grew up eating Tex-Mex food. It's a big part of my life. In my family, we always get around for gatherings and stuff like that. So eating good food, Tex-Mex, of course, being in South Texas. So eating good food and Mexican food and all kinds of different foods is very important. And, it's like a language barrier too. I feel like that's always a joke in my family that, we always say taco before we say any other word. So this is my family. You can kind of get a good example of who we are and how we characterize ourselves. It's my daughter Amelia, my wife Kayla. We don't like to be too serious, but still having to be the parental roles and making sure a child is safe and smart and safe and all that other stuff. This is my dog. He's an Australian cattle dog, so any chance that we get, I like to speak Australia in an Australian accent to him, just to be funny, because that's his genetic background and that's where he came from. So it's just instilled in our background, I guess. There's a very small photo that's me shredding some gnar. I've been riding dirt bikes and motorcycles for the majority of my life, so it's a big part of who I am. The other picture too shows me snow skiing. Big part of who I am, adrenaline junkie. Um, I don't, I guess to incorporate this with languages and literacy, you know, I think it's instilled that like I said, I shred the gnar. That's not really in the English language dictionary, but it's still terminology that I heavily use because it's around the environment. Extreme sports are kind of weird in that sense of making their own terminology and stuff like that. So using those words with other people, it can be a language barrier, but I like to inform people and bring light of different sports or whatever the case may be. So that's a good little language barrier to cross. Yeah, I mean, those happen to be my hobbies, so it also ties in with language. Also, being a parent, teaching my daughter the correct words to use, how to use them, um, I think helps too for her education and making sure that she's on track with her schooling and stuff like that. She's still a little too young, but she's going to be starting school here shortly, the next year, I believe. Um, yeah, I guess just it's basically a South Texas kid. Grew up eating Tex-Mex, your normal Hispanic family household, big family, large gatherings, lots of love, lots of laughs. And it all ties into how we talk to each other with our, Tex-Mex slang, our Spanglish, um, our shortcuts of words, that we use within our household where only probably our family would know it, no one else would. But yeah, I think, this kind of plays to who I am. The food I think is extremely big of my background, where I'm at, who I love, what I do. It's all important parts of what makes me me, and I think that's it. I'm not sure. Thank you, guys.